Welcome to this video on worries regarding the sustainability of US government debt. The yield on 10-year US government bonds scratched the 5% mark. But the sharp rise in yield since the beginning of 2022 is not due to higher inflation expectations among investors. Instead, it is mainly due to a rise in real yields. And the fact that they have risen is partly caused by concerns about the sustainability of US government debt. The debt of the US federal government is equivalent to about 100% of GDP. The debt to GDP ratio is almost as high as it was at the end of the Second World War. It will even continue to rise in the coming years. The budget deficit is likely to remain too high, not least because of higher interest rates and demographically induced additional spending. Of course, a further increase in the US government debt ratio is not without risk. But the US is not Greece. If a buyer's strike threatens to happen, the US Federal Reserve would buy government bonds on a massive scale. Besides, the US had never defaulted before. Finally, there are hardly any alternatives to the world reserve currency, the dollar. Ultimately, investors will not withdraw confidence from the US, but bond yields are likely to fall only if there are clear signs of a recession for the US after the turn of the year. The bond market, however, is likely to recover only temporarily. After all, inflation is unlikely to return to the 2% target in the end. Moreover, the rising US government debt ratio argues for a somewhat higher risk premium for government bonds.